Day 41. Doing it scared. Life can feel very, very overwhelming at times. And for me, a lot of times what that looks like is I have an overwhelming time coming up, or I'm in an overwhelming time, which can look like I'm working a lot of hours, traveling a lot. I'm just got a lot going on. You feel like you can barely breathe. And what my mind loves to do in those moments is also pile on top of all the mistakes that I've made to get me to this point, and all of the things I should have said or should have done, and on and on and on and on. So some days all you can do is acknowledge it and keep going. Now, I'm sure there are plenty of other better coping mechanisms, and there are better things to do, like, if you have a lot that much going on, probably change it. You can't sustain it, which again is a belief, so who knows. But yes, you're right, I can't sustain this. It's been a lot. So for now, it's just taking deep breaths and taking one moment at a time. I guess I'll talk a little bit about how I cope with this stuff, because I don't have a perfect system, and doesn't always look like this, but it does help. So if I'm feeling super overwhelmed, I take a pause, just like stop for a minute, close my eyes, take a deep breath, maybe a couple, do some box breathing, or some in for 8, out for 8, or something just to kind of calm my nervous system a little bit. And then maybe I'll do a meditation. And then just like a 2-minute meditation, though, nothing crazy. And then what I'll do is write down all the things that need to get done. This is very cathartic, and everyone should do it. Write down all the things you need to get done. And then, after that, you can put them into your calendar. You probably know approximately how long it will take you to get done each task, so then you can put them into your calendar. And that'll help at least give you some semblance of control, and then also not, make you realize that, okay, this can all be done. It's just, I have to focus on the one task at hand. And that's the other thing that I think a lot of us struggle with, because it's so easy to task switch. It's so easy to go back and forth, and whatever comes up, whatever notification comes up, let's work on that, or whatever, just whatever's like, our phone buzzes, and that becomes priority. And I mean, you can see that everywhere today. It's just like, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not judging. I'm just, you're out, and you're talking to somebody, and their phone buzzes, and then the phone takes priority. I always find that funny. And I'm always, when people don't do that, when they're with you and their phone doesn't take priority, it's always like, whoa, you notice it. So anyway, we're just in an overstimulated world anyway, and this whole thing is write them all down, put them into your calendar, time blocks, and then focus on that task. Something that a lot of times that I have to do is put my phone on airplane mode or do not disturb, and put it in the drawer across the room while I'm working on a specific task. I also have to be very disciplined in like the amount of tabs I have open. It's like, okay, does this tab have anything to do with the task that I'm currently working on? And if it doesn't, if it's a deviation from that task, then don't do it. Write it down, put it for another time. A big problem that I'm struggling with right now is that I just don't have enough time. Like the amount of time it takes me to do the amount of work that I have to do. I know how long it takes me to do each task, and I'm like, I only have, I've got 3 days of work, and I have to do it in 2. That's when it starts to get really fun. It's called delegation, by the way, at that point. And if you're not making enough to delegate, then you probably need to switch up what you're charging, or switch up how you're working. Things have got to change if that's the case. So yeah, if you're feeling overwhelmed, especially by like work stuff, just write it all out and look at it. It helps. I think that can be true for anything. If you're feeling a lot of overwhelming emotions, you sit with it, you breathe, and then you can write it out. What are you feeling? Why are you, not necessarily why. I think the why can sometimes add to the overwhelm. So it's just, what are you feeling? Like, that's the first step. Just write out what you're feeling. And you can start to, I don't know, make this abstract thing more tangible. And then you can start to feel a little less overwhelmed. I came on there this morning because I was like, I just want to give some value. And I don't feel like I always necessarily give value in these. And I don't know what that exactly means. But I'm like, man, if they can walk away and do something and do some homework, get over a specific thing that they're struggling with, whatever it is, then I feel better about it. It's not just me on here blabbing about myself, but at the same time, that's just part of this whole process for myself, is just getting on here and talking. So I get used to talking, saying what's on my mind, and being okay with it, and not judging it, or all the things that go along with that. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I've got a lot to do, so I'm going to get to it, but thank you for watching. I have to get better at asking this stuff, like hit like and subscribe. But I don't think that's the season I'm in right now. Maybe the hit like and subscribe season will come, or maybe not. But right now, that's not it. You are loved and you are enough. Let's say that like passively, but it's true. You are loved and enough. The sooner you realize that, the better you will be. It's tough. Don't feel that today, personally. But it's true. Have an amazing day. Again, sorry about my energy levels the last few days. Just the travel, time zone switching. I feel like I've been in permanent jet lag. Thanks for watching. Anyway, bye-bye.